Hello UGC NET aspirant. Again I am here to solve your questions, to solve your PYQs for in another session. This is also a live session on the topic Delhi Sultanate, right? Yes, I am Dr. Swati Kiran from Competition Guru Institute here to discuss the question related to the topic Delhi Sultanate. As you know, this is very important topic to revise and there are so many literary sources in this particular topic. So please be focused on these things and try to enhance your concept and enhance your knowledge through our institute, that is Competition Guru, right? Here I'm going to teach you, I'm going to solve all the questions in bilingual mode so that if you are in Hindi medium or in English medium, you will be comfortable. Okay. So without any further delay, we should move forward. So my first question, who among the following obtained recognition from the Abbasid Caliph? अब जो ये क्वेश्चन है, now we have 4 options, right? And the options are Kutubuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Balban, Razia. These all are from which dynasty? That dynasty is called Slave Dynasty or Ghulam Vans. Right. Why it is called Slave Dynasty? Because these all were the slaves of someone in one of the period. Means ये लोग कभी slave रह चुके थे, ठीक है? जैसे as all of you know that Kutubuddin Aibak is the founder of slave dynasty, and you should also know that Kutubuddin Aibak was the slave of Muhammad Ghori, right? He was also the slave of Muhammad Ghori. So when Muhammad Ghori, I'm sorry, when Muhammad Ghori asked him to rule in the region of India, then he established the slave dynasty, right? But he didn't have any type of recognition from the Khalifa, right? So our first option, exactly, he was founder, he was slave, he got free from he got one letter from Muhammad Ghori that he was free from slavery, but he didn't get the recognition from Abbasid Caliph, right? But Iltutmish, after Kutubuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, who was the son-in-law of Kutubuddin Aibak, he was the son-in-law of Aibak. So when Aibak died, after that Iltutmish became the ruler. How many of you knew that he was the son-in-law of Aibak? Please do comment. Right. I will give the answer. Right. Now our question is, who among the following obtained recognition from the Abbasid Khalifa? So yes, Iltutmish get the later, right? Iltutmish get the letter, and that letter, what is the term used for the letter, उस letter के लिए कौन सा term use होता है? आप प्लीज मुझे कमेंट करके बताएं कि उस लेटर को, खलीफा के लेटर को, जिसमें कि उनकी रिकॉग्निशन होती थी, बिकॉज दे बिलोंग टू स्लेव डायनेस्टी, क्योंकि वो स्लेव थे, एंड इल्तुतमिश वाज ऑल्सो द स्लेव ऑफ कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक। तो उसको, उस लेटर को क्या बोलते थे? उस लेटर को बोलते थे मंशूर, राइट? मंसूर, दिस इज द लेटर। ये वो लेटर है जो खलीफा के द्वारा आता था, एंड इल्तुतमिश को ये लेटर मिला था, ठीक है? एंड आवर थर्ड ऑप्शन, एक्चुअली व्हाट आई एम डिस्कसिंग हियर, द ऑल options and the main facts related to the options, because UGC NET is not going to ask the same question, but they will ask the questions related to these options or these topics. So please be focused on this, and please join our live session so that you can get informed many more facts maybe you don't know, and these facts are very important for your upcoming exams. So our next is Balban. He was a strong ruler, but he also didn't get the letter. He was a very strong ruler of Sultanate period, right? Now our fourth option, that is Razia. She was the only female ruler of medieval period, of female ruler of Delhi Sultanate, right? Only female ruler of Sultanate of Delhi Sultanate, and she was the daughter of Iltutmish, right? Daughter of Iltutmish, right? So our right option is Iltutmish. So option number B is the right answer, right? Option B is the right answer. So for the next question, the Chalisa group of 40 was associated with. What is Chalisa? Chalisa is the nobles, right? Who founded this Chalisa? Iltutmish founded this Chalisa, and later on this Chalisa group became so much dominant that they decided that who would rule the Sultanate. Okay, later on it became very strong group, and became a decision maker of the Sultanate, right? So yes, we had the right answer, Iltutmish, here, and we know that Balban, Alauddin Khilji, and Firoz Shah Tughlaq, these all are not related with Chalisa, because Balban deteriorate the position of Chalisa. He just deactivate their connections and उनको बहुत वीक कर देते हैं वो, बिकॉज बलबन के ही टाइम पे ये बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग थे, बलबन के पहले, तो उनको वो ये काफ़ी वीक करते हैं बलबन। अलाउद्दीन खिलजी नॉट related to Chalisa and Firoza Tughlaq as well. So our right answer is Iltutmish. Now our third question is the coins Tanka and Jital were introduced by, again the right answer is Iltutmish. Right. APAC didn't introduce any coins, right? And about Balban, he also, and Alauddin Khilji was mostly related to Dag, uh, Dag and Chehra, and his market policy. He was not concentrated on the in the coin system. So our again the right answer is Iltutmish. Who among the following introduced the concept of Zille Lahi, shadow of God? Means this is the divine theory. Basically, the concept of Zille Lahi is also called divine theory. Right. Iltutmish, no. Balban, yes. Balban did this. And he also introduced one, he also introduced uh, Sajda and Pabosh. Sajda and Pabosh as court rituals. Sajda and Pabosh. He made this Sajda and Pabosh in court as a compulsory ritual, right? So he just, तो उसने क्या किया कि डिवाइन थ्योरी को, बलबन ने डिवाइन थ्योरी को इसके साथ मिक्स किया एंड इसके साथ उसने इसको ऐड कर दिया कि राजा जो है द किंग हैड सम डिवाइन पावर, राइट? ये क्यों करते थे किंग? ताकि जो प्रजा है, जो कॉमन मैन है, वो रिवॉल्ट ना करें. They didn't try to revolt because they thought that the words of king was the words of God. ठीक है, तो इसलिए उसने सजदा एंड पैबोस की भी प्रथा को स्टार्ट किया था. अलाउद्दीन खिलजी ने इसको नहीं किया था एंड फिरोज शाह ने भी नहीं किया. सो करेक्ट आंसर इज बलबन एंड ही ऑल्सो इंट्रोड्यूस सजदा एंड पाइबोस, राइट? तो you can see I'm explaining the question, I'm explaining my answer, and at the same time I'm also giving all of you another important facts related to the questions, right? So moving to another question. This is the question related to literary sources. So I always told you, I kept telling you that please focus please focus on literary sources, right? So Minhaj or Saraz is the author of, who means ये सारे जो हैं इनमें से कौन सा जो है उन्होंने लिखा था, राइट? This is written by Ziauddin Barni. Right, this is written by Ziauddin Barni. This is written by Minhaz Us-Siraz. Fatuhai Firoz Shahi is the work of Firoz Shah and Rehla is the work of Ibn Battuta. He was the traveler. So please try to remember all the literary sources. So for this question, our correct option is option B. Right? So moving to next question, that is the market reforms of Alauddin Khilji are described in detail. Look, Alauddin Khilji was mostly popular because of his market policy, right? So the book of Ziauddin Barani was mostly described the Alauddin Khilji's market.
हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू नर्सिंग एकेडमी। ओम नर्सिंग एकेडमी में आप लोगों का स्वागत है। तो आज मैं आप लोगों के लिए लेकर आई हूँ एम्स एंड द पीजीआई नर्सिंग एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स के पीवाईक्यूज जो हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे आज के लेक्चर में। तो शुरू करते हैं हम यहाँ पर।
The important components that from which one king can win the war. So if you have a strong and a powerful horse, then you can then the probability of your winning in that war was became in higher side. Have you heard about the story of Maharana Pratap? His horse, the name of that horse was Chetak. It was written in many stories that the horse played an important role in the war. Though he didn't win the war, but but that horse played an important role. That's why Alauddin Khilji introduced the system of branding horses, right? So please be careful when you are doing these type of questions. If you don't have the answer, so try to solve it with your logic as well, because I know everyone has their own knowledge. So who led the Deccan campaigns under Alauddin Khilji? Everybody knows Malik Kafur. Malik Kafur Malik Kafur led a Deccan expedition, and he came to Alauddin Khilji only for basically for the Deccan campaigns. So our next question is, the department Diwan-e-Riyasat was concerned with. Now there are many terms. Yeah. So Diwan-e-Riyasat. Diwan-e-Riyasat was related to market control. So Diwan-e-Riyasat is called Diwan-e-Riyasat is basically the term which is used in medieval time, or which is used in Delhi Sultanate, right? So please now अब आप हम मुझे बताएंगे, प्लीज टेल मी, मिलिट्री के लिए वो कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट बनाए थे, एंड व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट डिपार्टमेंट? यस, दैट इज कॉल्ड दीवाने अर्ज. प्लीज रिमेंबर ऑल द टर्म्स. मैं आपको जब एंशियंट भी करवा रही थी तभी भी मैं आपको काफ़ी बताती थी कि आप टर्मिनोलॉजी पर बहुत ध्यान दें. टर्मिनोलॉजी से ज़रूर क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, ठीक है? तो आवर नेक्स्ट इज रेवेन्यू. रेवेन्यू के लिए जो डिपार्टमेंट था दैट इज कॉल्ड दीवाने रियासत. Right. And what about justice? For justice, that is called Qazi. ठीक है? तो in this way, whenever you are preparing for your UGC NET exam, just focus that you are going to solve all the facts related to the option as well. You are not just mug up the only the question and answer. You just go through all the facts related to that topic and related to options, right? So my next question is, the experiment of token currency was introduced by, yes, here everybody know the answer is Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He was also called the king of, the sultan of experiment. इन्होंने एक और एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था. He just changed the capital, right? So please do comment and tell me where he कौन सा नया बनाया था इन्होंने कैपिटल. ठीक है. And but this token currency was failed. This experiment failed because of forgery. Because of forgery, right? फ्रॉजरी, काफ़ी गलत काम लोग करते गए और टोकन जो मनी को जो है इनको वापस लेना पड़ा और ये फेल हो गया था, राइट? एंड मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The transfer of capital from Delhi to Daulatabad was carried by, yes, again Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Yes, I told you that Muhammad bin Tughlaq had done one more experiment. That experiment was this: shifting capital from Delhi to Daulatabad. It was again not successful because in Daulatabad the weather condition was harsh and it was not favorable for common men. So this was the right answer. Now next, Ibn Battuta visited India during whose reign, right? So here I told you earlier that I told you earlier that Ibn Battuta was the traveler, and he visited India during the period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, right? So please, the Diwan-e-Kohli was established for military, agriculture, justice, or trade. Military, you know, Diwan-e-Arj. Yes. Diwan-e-Arj, and justice is Qazi, and trade is also not related to Diwan-e-Kohli. So we know the answer, that is agriculture development is related to Diwan-e-Kohli, right? Next is Firoz Shah Tughlaq is particularly known for token currency. Now you told, now please please tell me in the comment section ki, which one market reforms it is related to. Alauddin Khilji. Token currency is related to Muhammad bin Tughlaq. And military expansion is also related to Alauddin Khilji. But canal construction is related to Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Related to Firoz Shah Tughlaq. So our correct option is option B. Right? So please, if you are getting more option in your practice session, please focus that you know the other you know the facts related to other options as well, right? So from this method you can revise more and more facts. The ICTA system is basically related to land revenue assignments, right? So ICTA system, this system was introduced by Iltutmish again, and this system was related to land revenue assignments. Our next question: the head of the military department in the Delhi Sultanate. Now you know the right answer is Arze Mamalik, because this term Arz is Diwane Arj. Right now we read that Diwane Arj was related to military. So the head of the department was obviously Arze Mamalik. And now I will tell you the explanation of other three options, right? So first of all, Wazir. Wazir is related to minister. Qazi related to justice. And Barid is related to spy system. Guptachar. Right? So this is the main explanation of all the options and the questions. My next question is, Ziauddin Barni is the author of. So we should know all about the questions and options, right? So we know that the book written by Ziauddin Barni is Tariq-e Firoz Shahi, right? Our correct option is Tariq-e Firoz Shahi, but we should know who has written the book Tabaqat-e Nasiri. It was written by Minhajul Siraz, right? And the book Rehla was written by Ibn Battuta, who was the traveler, the period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, right? Next is Futuhat-e Firoz Shahi. It was written by Firoz Shah. So in this way you can go through with maximum facts, right? The office of Muhatsib was related to military affairs, market regulation and morality, revenue collection, foreign affairs, right? This muhtasib ensured about the morality, right? Morality and the market regulation. This is totally about the market regulation and the morality of a particular person, right? So it is not related to military officers, affairs, revenue collection, or as well as foreign affairs, but it is related to market regulation and morality. The next question is, the decline of the Delhi Sultanate is considered to have begun after the death of, tell me, do comment, who was the last effective ruler of slave dynasty or Sultanate? It was Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Why not Alauddin Khilji? He was a strong ruler. ये बहुत स्ट्रांग रूलर था और इसके बाद भी अच्छे रूलर आए. मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक क्यों? मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक वॉज, इसके पीरियड में इनस्टेबिलिटी आई, काफी इनस्टेबिलिटी आई, बट कोलैप्स नहीं किया था. बट डिडंट collapse, right? And Balban, he was the strong ruler और इसने काफी अच्छा काम भी किया हुआ था. ये भी strong ruler ही था. So इसके बाद भी काफी आए. बट आफ्टर फिरोज शाह तुगलक के डेथ के बाद स्लेव डायनेस्टी जो है वो कंप्लीटली जो है खत्म हो गई. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द क्वेश्चंस related to Delhi Sultanate period. Okay, so I hope आप लोगों को ये सेशन बहुत अच्छा लगा होगा और ये इंफॉर्मेशन जो भी मैंने ऑप्शन से रिलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन जो कि आपके एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन में आते हैं वो आपके लिए काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहे होंगे. एंड माई all wishes is with you. Please do work hard and prepare for upcoming exam UGC NET History. हमारे कंपटीशन गुरु में जितने भी क्लासेस चलते हैं सारे क्लासेस में हम डिटेल्ड स्ट्रक्चर वे में बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं ताकि उनके पास ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नोट्स हों और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फैक्ट्स उन तक पहुंच सके. सो फिर मिलेंगे कल एक न्यू सेशन में एक न्यू टॉपिक के साथ, कुछ नए फैक्ट्स, कुछ नए इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ. तब तक आप बहुत पढ़िए, स्वस्थ रहिए एंड बी रेडी फॉर द नेक्स्ट सेशन. थैंक यू सो मच.